Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. It's Judith. It's a 1 hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. Welcome. As you know, what we use in this class is a yoga mat. We don't have a mat today handy. You could use a folded blanket or beach towel on a carpeted surface, not on wood or tile, because I don't think your joints would appreciate that. They would complain. Mine do anyway. And then a couple of yoga blocks. This is the styrofoam version, preferably styrofoam version. And if you don't have that, you can substitute with a couple of canvas of equal size and weight. And then this is a standard yoga strap. This is easy to substitute if you don't have one, with a scarf, a dog leash, a belt, bathrobe tie. All of those could work. For cushioning, I have a squishy mat. I also have rolled up a towel and fixed it with rubber bands to make a little fake bolster from the back of my knees. I like to use that. But you could use small cushions from either the sofa or the bed, not bed pillows, but something small. And then I have, should you happen to have hand weights, nothing heavier than 2 pounds. This is a set of 1-pounders. I have a set of 2-pounders down here. You can add in the weights if you feel like things have gotten too simple, too easy. So you can challenge yourself some more by doing that. And then, of course, last but not least is our the chair. This is a standard metal folding chair. Definitely no wheels on your chair, preferably no arms. So we can use the chair for sitting or standing support. For balance, if you have a wall, you can use the wall for balance, or a large piece of furniture that will not move. If you push weight on it, we don't want anything come crashing down on you. So choose judiciously what you prefer to use. Also, if whatever's being offered does not work for your body this morning, you can modify. I modify on this side for a reason. And then you could also do another posture that you enjoy, for example, or you could skip it all together. So you are in charge. I can be happy to answer questions after class. So let's take the feet about shoulder width apart. And let's just swing some arms here. We're going to gently warm the core of the body. Nothing violent. You're just going to swing the arms like empty coat sleeves. And you're shifting the weight right to left, left to right, looking over the shoulder to the wall behind as you turn, giving a squeeze to the spine, all the spongy discs between the vertebrae. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. Now the hand becomes a soft fist, or you could use the heel of the hand. Now you're tapping under the collarbone. You're still twisting. You're still looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. We'll do 4, 3, 2. Keep turning and twisting on 1. And now tapping yourself on the back of the shoulder here. So you just finished tapping on the front of the lung point. Now this is tapping on the back of the lung point. Working on keeping the lungs open and clear. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. Now the front hand taps the torso in the front. The back hand taps up a little bit higher by the kidneys. You're still twisting and looking over the shoulder. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then now we can slowly unwind. Just don't abruptly stop. It's a good way to get dizzy. It's a good way to pass out. We don't want that to happen. So from here, let's take the feet underneath the hips, the toes point forward, and just start lifting the heels. Lifting right heel, lifting left. Maybe you need to have a finger or two on your chair back. Maybe not. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Bring those heels slowly down to stillness. Relift the right heel. And now the right ankle joint is what's initiating the movement here. There might be pops and crunches. That's usually just gas or air in the joint. And we're creating synovial fluid by moving the joint. That's the WD-40 for the body. Let's circle the other direction. So we're busy lubricating the joints every time we move the joint. And now let's slowly bring that heel down to stillness. Now we're going to shift the weight to the right, and you're going to start circling the left ankle joint. The ankle joint initiates the movement, and then noticing if there's any differences or changes between the two sides. No self-judgment, just observing. And now we're going to circle in the other direction. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake it out. Now, let's take the legs wide. You might wish to have your chair in front of you with the chair back close to you for support. Maybe if you have a block, a tall block here, maybe nothing. So those are options. I'm going to take a block just so I have something to put my hand on, should I need. And now we're going to take the legs wide, the toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. Knees track over toes. Hands can rest on the hip crease or waist as you inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down deeply on 1. See if you can keep that torso upright. There's no lurching forward. Right forearm can rest on thigh, right thigh. Maybe your hand can rest on the chair seat. You're going to pump into the right hip now. So right knee tracks over right set of toes. Left leg is straight. Left heel digs into the mat. The toes point to sky. We're pumping to the right for 8, 7, engage the abs. 6, don't let the head dangle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gliding through center without rising up, if possible. Left forearm can rest on left thigh. And the right hand could be on mat. It could be on a tall block. It could be on the chair seat. It could be on nothing. So now we're pumping into the left side of the pelvic girdle. The right leg is straight. Right heel digs into mat, toes point to sky. And the right hand can either be on mat, block, whatever, as you pump to the left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center slowly. I'm taking the block with me. Now I've got it in the second highest setting. Big inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs as you bow to your mat or your block. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten as you bow to your mat or your block. Let's do 4 of these. 3, 2, 1. Let's keep the legs straight now. We're in a wide leg forward fold. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Maybe adding some horse slips. Activate the facial muscles. Maybe you want to segue into a little ragdoll sway. Arms could be straight, fingers interlaced. Or maybe you want to grab opposite elbows for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Really nice. Coming back slowly to center. Hands can be turned to the block or the mat or nothing. And you can heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Now the hands can start at the ankle joints. A series of flat back lifts. Inhale, flat back lift. Only halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. For 8, 7, hello hamstrings. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slide the hands up to the thighs. Slowly stack the bones, vertebra by vertebra. Let's open the chest. Let's roll some shoulders as we open the chest here. Moving the shoulders forward, up, back, and down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction, rolling the shoulders. Again, noticing any changes, any differences in this direction, if any. Remembering to coordinate the breath with the movement for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then everything comes to stillness. Shake it out. Really nice. I'm going to move the block away. Go off to the side. Now everyone should grab their chair. And I'm going to face the chair seat. And here again, we're going to take legs nice and wide. So from here, let's just start shifting side to side. I've got my hands on the edge of the chair seat on the rim, and then just moving side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. And now the forearms can come onto the chair seat, hopefully. Maybe you can rest your forehead on stacked palms or stacked fists. And the legs are super wide. Now imagine there's a strap around your hips, pulling you to the wall behind. At the same time, the crown of the head is stretching forward. So you have that push-pull of an isometric press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly coming up, only halfway now. I've got both palms on the chair seat. Pump to the right. Little pumps for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Pumping now to the left. Little pumps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Very nice. Heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Nice. Taking your time, no rushing. And then taking your hand on the back of the chair seat to help lift you up. Elevate you back up without getting that head rush. I'm going to be near the chair. Be near that chair, the wall, the piece of furniture, just so you have someplace for support. And so we're going to take the feet about a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Let's go ahead and take the right hand down the outside of the right leg. Left fist comes into left armpit, come back to center. So you're keeping the chest square to the front of your space. You're sliding down the outer leg, and the opposite fist goes into the armpit. Moving side to side. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Really nice. And then back to center. Now we're going to keep the legs as they are. You're going to turn your torso slightly to the right, maybe 10 to 15 degrees to the right. Hands come on inside and outside of thigh as you move down the leg, and then you're going to come right back up the leg. So it's bowing to that right straight leg, and then coming back up. So getting used to being upside down, getting the head below the waist. If you know you can't have your head below the waist, modify this. Big full breaths. Next time we go down, we're going to stay down. Grab whatever you can grab, whether it's thigh, shin, ankle. And you're pressing the chest close to the top of your right thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1, staying right here. That top right arm can either go to sacrum or it could go straight up to sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. If the top arm is straight, circle it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Now you're going to stay over this leg. Now your left arm is going to go to the left, and you're going to twist in the opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. If the top arm is straight, little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm comes down slowly, returning to face that straight right leg, and then rolling up. Triple slow time. Don't rush it. Slowly come back to center. Roll the shoulders a bit. Let's just put one hand on heart, one hand on belly, between sides, just to return to neutral. Noticing where the energy is shifted in the body. And then noticing how that right leg feels compared to the left leg. No self-judgment, no competition, just observing. Let's take 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Arms come down. Now you're going to tilt to the left. The hands can be on the inside and the outside of the leg as you go down. And then you come back up. It's like you're smoothing the outer and the inner edges of your leg. Bowing and rising with a flat back. Let's do 4. Taking your time. 3, 2, 1. Staying down on 1. So now you're pressing the chest close to the top of your left thigh. Hands can grab wherever they can, whether it's thigh, shin, ankle, foot. Pausing here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. That top left arm either goes to sacrum or straight up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm comes down slowly. And now the right hand goes to the right. And you're twisting in the opposite direction. Straight up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight arm circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. And then coming back to your left leg. You're going to rise up, inhaling slowly as you came down. You're going to come up. Coming back to center. Again, let's shake out the arms and the shoulders. Keeping the legs fairly wide. Let's not touch the body, but let's slice the arms in front and in back. So you're not really touching the body at all, but we're moving blood and lymph and chi, life force, through the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly bringing it to stillness. Don't just abruptly stop. Your little bird landing now with your wings. The feet can come slightly closer together, toes point forward. Now we'll do it forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming back down, relaxing, giving the body a shake, back to neutral. Here you may wish to be near your chair, your wall, or your piece of furniture for balance, or not. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to put your right hand is on the back of the chair seat, maybe. Left heel digs into the mat, toes point to sky. Left arm comes up, inhale, bow and touch whatever you can touch, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Arm comes down. Keep those left toes elevated. Now you're going to tap that foot. So you're tapping that foot in time to that tune only you can hear. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, strengthening the calves. 1, keep going. Now it's out, forward, side, forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then that foot comes back to center. And slowly it comes to stillness. Let's shake out the legs, both sides. The weight is still going to be in your right leg. Left leg will stay straight. Left foot stays flexed throughout, swinging it forward and back. Big full sweeps with the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming down to stillness. Take it slowly. And then shake everything out. Let's go to the other side. So now your left hand is on the back of the chair seat or whatever. If you're using anything for support, you may not. You may want to do it free form. That would be lovely. So left hand could be on the back of the chair seat. Right foot comes forward. Right heel digs into mat. Toes point to sky. Right arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale. We'll bow for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Arm comes down slowly. Half rainbow arc. Toes are still lifted. Now you're going to tap that foot. So here we're strengthening the foot, the ankle, the Achilles tendons, and the calf muscles, which tend to get overlooked. You go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side, front, side, front. Here we go to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center, slowly shaking it out. Nice and easy. Now the weight goes in your left leg. The right leg is straight. The right foot stays flexed. Swinging it forward and back. Swinging out any kinks that might have crept in there. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly coming to stillness, very slowly. Nice and easy. And then just give everything a little wiggle, recalibrate. And then from here, you might want to grab opposite elbows behind the body, or not. You're going to drop right ear to right shoulder. You should be feeling a stretch in the left shoulder girdle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Left ear drops to left shoulder. For 4, 3. These are the arms in the back. 2, 1. Let's go to each side very slowly and noticing range of motion on either side and any tension or tightness that might be there. Just breathe into it. Very nice. Come back to center. Now you're going to turn the head and the neck to the right. Noticing range of motion. Come back to center and the neck to the left. Side to side. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Try not to race through it. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Unwind those back arms. Shake everything out. Oh. Now from here, you might want to be near your balance prop or not. And here you can keep the feet directly under the hips. That's option 1. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. And you're going to stretch the arms away so you're not resting them on the bum. You're stretching the arms away so you can open the chest and roll those slumping shoulders back. So here you might want to stay here. If you want more challenge, cross the right foot outside of the left foot. Both feet should be flat. You're squeezing the thighs together, creating a little tree trunk with your legs, and you're still stretching the arms away. That's option 2. Option 3 is going into this forward fold, possibly. And then when you come to your sticking point somewhere at the bottom, you're drawing the arms over the head or in that direction. And you're taking 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Floating with a flat back up, and winding the legs and winding the hands. Very nice. Shake everything out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. This time, when you interlace the fingers behind the back of the body, it's the awkward grip that time. It's a different thumb on top. It'll feel strange. And then you've got your feet either directly below your hips, and if you want to go forward, you can. Or you can cross left foot outside of right foot. Squeeze the thighs together like crazy. Stretch the arms away. This is option 2. Option 3 is going forward to that forward fold. Noticing any differences in this positioning. Once you get to the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Loading it up, triple slow time. Winding the legs and winding the arms, shaking everything out. How was that one? A little balance challenge for sure. Let's go ahead and take the chair. And grab the back of the chair for support. Feet are directly under the hips, toes point forward. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back. And here you're only going to take that foot as far back as you can. Keep the foot flat. You're going to tilt forward with the torso. Maybe 10 degrees, 15 degrees. And you'll be feeling that stretch in the left hamstrings for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Torso comes up right. Left foot against the right. Now the right foot goes back only as far back as you can go with the foot flat. Then the torso is going to tilt forward 10 or 15 degrees. passive runner stretch on the right leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back upright with the torso, right foot meets the left. Shake everything out. Now, let's go ahead and come and sit in our chairs. We'll do some chair things, and then we will go to the earth. And I'll show you how to get to the earth. So don't, using the chair, so don't panic if that creates anxiety. I'm grabbing my props just so I have them handy. I may or may not use them, but we'll see. And then coming and sitting in your chair mindfully, and see if you can place the bone closer to the front of the chair seat and collapsing into the back of the chair seat. Okay. So pulling flesh away from sits bones. Let's take the feet and legs slightly wider than parallel. Palms can face down. Let's just sweep the torso, sweep it through, squeeze the abs. As you go to the left, and then from the left, you're going to go back to the right. Each time you go through center, you're squeezing those abdominals. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, last one. Really nice. We're just coming back to center, recalibrating, wiggling, whatever works. I'm taking the blocks on the tall setting. If you don't have blocks, the hands can come on the earth and you're going to go only as far forward as you can. It still remains seated on your chair. So I'm using the blocks here as arm extenders. I have short arms and legs. So I love the blocks as I walk forward until you come to a sticking point. If you go any farther, you might fall off your chair. You don't want to do that. You don't want that to happen. So this is a huge stretch for the whole back body. It could be a static press, and it also could be little micro movements, little side to side wiggles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiptoeing the blocks now over to your right. And now you're grounding to the left sits bones on the chair. Maybe wiggles, maybe it's a static press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Tiptoeing over to the left. Now you're grounding through the right sits bones on the chair seat. Back is flat, head is not dangling. And either it's a static press or it could be little micro movements. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Now, taking the blocks back more towards your chair, then you're going to lose the blocks and the hands are going to go to the mat or the floor, and you're going to walk through your legs, back through the legs of the chair as far as you can go to your optimum stretch, not your maximum, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly taking the hands back to neutral, maybe returning to the blocks. Maybe the hands can go to the thighs with a flat back. You can push yourself upright. Very nice. Now the blocks are going to go off to the side. So I'm going to take 2-pound weights, but weights are optional. So the palms face down on the thighs, feet and legs in parallel. No weight or one weight in each hand. We'll alternate right to left, left to right on this one. And think about sitting tall, squeezing the abs. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to neutral. Breath in. Breath out. Staying only on the right side now. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, sitting tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And back to stillness. Shake out the legs a bit here. Bounce them around. That feels good. Just to get back to more neutral. Now we'll move on the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. Back to neutral. Very nice. Shake everything out. Now the hands can come by the side of the body. The palms face the midline. No weight or one weight in each hand. Shrug and drop. Shrug and drop for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Palms face the midline. Now the palms face outward towards the front of your space. Both arms working on biceps. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8. Nice and slow. 7. Use the muscle, not momentum. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Forearms only come halfway down now. Now the forearms are parallel to the earth. Little pumps up to the sky. Little tiny pumps here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stillness. Arms are still parallel to the floor. Exhale out. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. And then the arms can come down. Now the palms face the wall behind. Starting with the right arm only going up to shoulder height. Exhale. Inhale. Same on the left. Exhale. Inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back to stillness. Now I'm going to take the weights and put them on my shoulders. If you're not using weights, you're going to take your palms and place them right over your heart center. You might need to help yourself up with hands on chair seat, but try to avoid that. We're going to use that as the second or third option. So we're going to do some sit to stands, and then we're going to go onto the floor. And I'll show you how to use the chair to get up and down onto the floor. So feet and legs in parallel. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time don't land in your chair, but do little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We straighten the legs. Hands come together, interlace the fingers. You take your weights together. Start close to your chest and make a circle with your arms. See if you can keep everything still except your arms. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to neutral, going in the other direction. Yes. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming back down and winding. I'm going to put the weights off to one side. Moving all the props off of your mat. And then if you've got your chair, this is how you would use a chair to get up and down off the earth. So I grab the rim, the outer rim of the chair seat, and the weight will be in your arms. Most of the weight will be in the arms. Float one knee down to the mat. Oh, the second knee joins it, so now you're on the earth. To get back up, you approach your chair seat exactly the same way. Maybe grabbing the outer rim, maybe the whole seat. Maybe assisting one leg forward, tucking those back toes. Most of the weight goes in the arms as you lift the bum. Inhale, press up. 1 foot under the chair seat, 2nd foot under chair seat. And then use the back of the chair to rise up slowly, again to avoid getting dizzy. So I'm going to move the chair off to one side. I'm taking the blocks, the short end of the mat, so they know what they are. Let me inhale up. We'll do some swan dives forward. Inhale up. Swan dives forward. 2 more. Lifting and bowing. Lifting and staying over. Fingertips can come to touch the mat or low blocks. Here you can let the head hang. So now the head is acting like a 15-pound bowling ball. It's tractioning the spine. It's creating space between the vertebrae and the spongy discs between the vertebrae. And the little micro bends of the knees is going to stretch out that low back area. Another aspect of the body that gets nice and tight and stiff and too much sedentary non-activities. Let's bring the legs to stillness. Hands come to mat or low blocks. Step back into downward facing dog. So the chest presses close to the tops of the thighs. You run the bicycle pedal with your heels, thereby waving your fluffy dog butt, your fluffy dog tail. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Feet and legs come to stillness. Float the knees down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. Here's where I take my little towel and place it behind the backs of the knees. Press the bum back towards the heels. So now we're stretching the tops of the feet, the tops of the thighs. Arms to be in front of you on the mat, or beside the legs on the mat. Forehead should rest on the mat. The forehead doesn't get to the mat. Option 1, stacked palms. You rest the forehead there. Option 2 is stacked fists. Rest the forehead there. Option 3, low block. Rest the forehead there. And then once you've organized your best version of child, just allow the body to melt into the earth. Let Mother Earth support you. Breathing into the back body now. Inhale. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling upper, middle, lower back. Squeezing out all the air at the bottom. Inhale, lower, middle, upper back. Noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling upper, middle, lower back. Squeezing out all the air at the bottom. 2 more like that in your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming all the way up out of your child's pose. Let's find our way to sitting. No rush to get there. And here the legs have been parallel, toes point forward, knees are bent, and then you can have a prop and your hands are not. So it's no weight or one weight or maybe a block for this. We're going to inhale forward, exhale, squeeze it back as we rock back. Inhale up, exhale back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go to the left. Inhale and squeeze. Back to the left. Inhale and squeeze. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Going to the right on the diagonal. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. And now taking your props with you as you roll down onto your back body. Drawing the knees into the chest. Oh, this should feel good. And then rocking side to side, massaging the whole back body. From tailbone to back of the skull. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Knees splay apart. Feet float in the air. Grab ankles or shin. And then let the weight of the arms open up the hip crease even more. Now you can flex and point the feet. They're floating in the air. Spread the toes wide. Circle the ankles. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And now the knees come back together. The feet come back into earth. And now keeping the knees bent, the feet flat. No weight or one weight in each palm. Arms go straight up. Bend the elbows. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and squeeze over the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. We open. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We close. Arms come down. Weights go off to the side. Let's extend the left leg long. And here, if you want to support your head, neck, and shoulders, you can do so with your head, your hand rather. And you're going to take the left straight leg, little tiny pumps. You're never going to let the leg land. If you want more challenge, you're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes down and then shoulders come down. Head on the big side. And then rebend that left leg, straighten the right leg. Same thing on this side. Pumping that right leg for 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't hit the back of the neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm comes, leg comes down, head, neck, shoulders come down. Let's take the feet mat width apart and just windshield wiper the bent knees side to side, just to loosen, to recalibrate. A little self-soothing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to neutral, draw the knees into the chest. And now you're going to roll onto one side. And you're going to come up to sitting. And you can either choose to stay on the earth or you could sit in your chair. Grab a tissue and make sure the nasal passages are cleared. We're going to do Nadi Shodhana breath work to close. And Nadi Shodhana means alternate nostril breathing. So be sure you clear the nasal passages, have a nice nose blow. I'm going to do that right now. I'll face the camera here. So this is real simple, quite effective. So you can take one arm and just, the other arm can rest on it. So your one arm is like a shelf, and then you're going to place your other bent arm on top. So it's really the index finger and the middle finger that's on the top of the bridge of the nose. This is kind of loose. You'll get the idea. And then the ring finger and the thumb are going to close off the nostrils on either side. So what we'll do is we'll take a big inhale through both nostrils, let it out, and then you're going to close off the right side of their nostril as you inhale through the left, all the way up to the top. And then you're going to exhale, close the left, and exhale out the right. So you're alternating the nostrils. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left, and you close off the other nostril with your thumb. Inhale left, close it off, exhale right. In through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale right, close it off, exhale left. Inhale left, close it off, exhale right. 2 more on your own. Inhale, close it, exhale. Inhale, close it off, exhale. Last time, inhale, close it, exhale. And then let that breath return to normal. We're balancing the 2 hemispheres of the brain when we do this kind of breath work. It's a nice thing to do after working out or maybe even after meditating. So now, find your way to your best version of Shavasana. It could be in the chair. It could be on the floor. It could be legs up the wall. And so once you've organized your best version of Shavasana, just allow the eyes to drop closed. Scanning the body for the effects of the practice and breathing into any residual tension that might remain. And then tuning into that natural breath. Belly rising on the inhale. Belly collapses on the exhale. Breath flowing in like the tide. Breath flowing out like the tide. Letting the breath breathe you. And now noticing the breath is like a river, flowing and fluid, down through the landscape of the body and up and out. The breath has motion, fluidity, like a river. This river touches the whole landscape of the body. It flows in and out, all the way down to the feet, and it flows all the way up to the crown of the head. The river of breath covers the whole body, touched by the breath, the flowing river of the breath.
which touches the whole landscape of the body, flowing in and out, all the way down to the feet, and it flows all the way up to the crown of the head. Breathing, releasing, feeling, watching, allowing. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. May the moon and the stars pour their healing light upon you. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. So coming slowly, slowly out of this, or staying in Shavasana, whatever feels appropriate for you. Relaxing the face and the jaw, the back of the neck. I'm going to review some of these suggestions for vibrant living. And as a reminder, I'm going to have Ann Church send all of these to you in an email once we finish this 60-day challenge. So just reviewing quickly, but just relax there. Just keep floating. Rise early-ish. Drink a cup of hot lemon water in the morning. Stretch and do yoga asanas for 30 to 45 minutes. Practice diaphragmatic breathing, breath awareness, nadi shodhana. Eat whole foods at regular times of day. Have your largest meal at midday. Eat a light supper before 7 p.m. Unplug an hour before sleep. Wind down with a warm bath, foot massage, chamomile tea, inspiring reading, contemplation, journaling, relaxation, and or meditation. Sleep at a regular time. Wake at a regular time. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Take other supplements and vitamins as needed. Contemplate your life. Do what makes you happy. And lastly, nurture positive relationships. So I will leave you with those thoughts. I'm going to stop the recording.